to order. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you guys. This meeting on October 9th, 2018, and we're going to start with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Abraham?
Present.
Commissioner Holland? Commissioner Rhodes?
Here.
Commissioner Wilson? Mayor Harless?
Present. And Commissioner Abraham, would you lead us in the invocation, please?
Our Father which art in heaven, thank you so much for your grace. Thank you for your patience, because sometimes I'm sure we try your nerves. Be with us as we conduct ourselves in the way that you would like us to. And if we don't, Father, remind us of who is the standard bearer. These things we ask in Yeshua's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. If you'll join us in the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. You may be seated. City Manager, are there any additions or deletions tonight?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. We will move into the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted by one motion and one vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests. Anyone have anything they'd like to remove tonight? No? All right. At this time, I'll ask the city clerk to read the items recommended for approval.
Minutes for the September 25th, 2018 City Commission meeting. Receive and file documents. Reappointment of Landy Bryant to the Main Street Board. This term shall expire June 10th, 2022. Reappointment of Dabney Hall to the Civic Beautification Board. This term shall expire July 1st, 2022. Appointment of Alberta Davis to the Board of Adjustment to replace Shirley Lanier, who has resigned. This term shall expire August 31st, 2021. Personnel actions, a municipal order adopting an amendment to the fiscal year 2018-2019 pay grade schedule for the employees of the City of Paducah, Kentucky. A municipal order authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with the Paducah-McCracken County Convention and Visitors Bureau for $25,000 for specific services related to the American Quilter Society Fall Quilt Show. A municipal order authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for services with the Greater Paducah Economic Development Council in an amount of $250,000 for specific services. A municipal order authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with Sprocket Incorporated in the amount of $50,000 for makerspace and entrepreneurial development services. A municipal order authorizing the purchase of one knuckle boom loader from Municipal Equipment Incorporated in an amount of $142,773.35 for utilization by the Solid Waste Division. A municipal order authorizing and approving a professional services agreement between the City of Paducah and Bacon Farmer and Workman Engineering and Testing Incorporated in an amount of $102,500 for the development of a Parks and Recreation Master Plan and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. A municipal order approving and adopting the Vision Insurance Plan premiums for calendar year 2019 for employees of the City of Paducah and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for same. A municipal order approving and adopting the Delta Dental Plan premiums for calendar year 2019 for employees of the City of Paducah and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same. A municipal order approving and adopting the Comprehensive Health Insurance Benefit Plan premiums for calendar year 2019 for employees of the City of Paducah and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same. A municipal order establishing policy for use of spending credits towards the purchase of certain benefits such as health, dental, or vision pursuant to the city's group health insurance plan for 2019 plan year. A municipal order accepting the rates for stop-loss insurance coverage and authorizing an agreement for administrative services with Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield for the group health insurance plan for the City of Paducah, Kentucky for the 2019 calendar year and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents relating to same.
And I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Abraham?
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes?
Aye.
Mayor Harless?
Aye. And Mark Thompson, I didn't ask you ahead of time. Would you be willing to just give a little bit of an overview about the master plan process for our public? It doesn't have to be in detail, but I just wanted to make sure everyone understands what we're up to. We've talked about this in the budget session. We've talked about it a lot.
Certainly,
But just to
Mayor.
remind everyone.
Certainly, Mayor, Commissioners.
and City Manager. This is our park master plan. The first one we did was from when I arrived in 2001, 2002. It has carried us on very well. We've completed a lot of those projects, maybe not the super big ones, but a whole lot of them all the way through. And it's been a roadmap for us to improve our parks for the last 17, 18 years. This is the next guide. This is the next step for the next 20 years, hopefully. And we have Branstetter Carroll on board with Bacon Farmer and Workman. They did our last one as well, so they're on board with this, so they have a lot of familiarity with the city as well. We're going to be doing a statistically valid survey of the wants and needs of the community. So all of that is part of the plan to upgrade our facilities, from athletic fields to just our parks in general. So.
Great. And two big points here, I think. One is that we actually, as a commission and as a team, have put Parks and Recreation as a very important key performance indicator in the strategic plan. So
Correct.
there are action items, including this, in there. So this will be good to inform those. And then the second one is, I know that the survey was really driven by this question of, does our community really want to spend our resources on a potential recreation center? So we went up to Effingham and saw theirs. They have an aquatics facility. They have a lot of things going on. But the question is, does our community want us to spend that money? Because that's a big price tag. So
Big investment.
I'm looking forward to seeing the responses.
And there's going to be a lot of community input, not just the survey. There's going to be a lot of visitation, which are all going to be even upgraded and different than we did the last time. So, I mean, a lot of things have changed in the communications world, and that's going to be going on and it's going to be the next 11 months or so to get this completed. So that's where we are. In fact, Mark Workman, or Bacon Farmer Workman, and Branstetter and Carroll are going to make a presentation at the next commission
Oh,
meeting
good.
to go through. But this allows them to get jump started and moving on the project.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right, moving on, Commissioner Rhodes.
You know when you've been gone because you get to read all the long ordinances. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, an ordinance fixing the levies and rates of taxation on all property in the City of Paducah, Kentucky, subject to taxation for municipal purposes and for school purposes for the period from July 1st, 2018 through June 30th, 2019, with the purposes of said taxes hereunder defined. General fund of the city, under real property, the new rate will be 26.1 cents. Personal property, 39 cents, and this is per $100 evaluation. Motor vehicles and watercraft, 39 cents. School purposes, Paducah Junior College will be 1.6 cents. Under real estate under Paducah Junior College will be 1.6 cents. Personal property, 1.6 cents, and motor vehicles and watercraft, 3.1 cents. The city of Paducah shall collect the following taxes for the Board of Education. This is for our independent school district. Real property will be 84 cents, personal property 84 cents, inventory 84 cents. So the total tax rate, combining everything, per $100 evaluation, real property will be $1.11.7 cents, personal property $1.24.6 cents, inventory 84 cents, total tax rate for motorcraft and watercraft, 42.1 cents. The property taxes levied herein shall be due and payable in the following manner. In the case of tax bills which reflect an amount of due of less than $800, the payment shall be due on November the 1st, 2018, and shall be payable without penalty and interest until November 30th, 2018. In the case of all their tax bills, payments shall be paid in accordance with the following provisions. The first half payment shall be due on November the 1st, 2018, and shall be payable without penalty and interest until November the 30th, 2018. The second half payment shall be due on February the 1st, 2019, and shall be payable without penalty and interest until February 28th, 2019.
Second.
You never knew that was coming. Anyone have any thoughts, questions, concerns? If not, we're going to take roll call.
Commissioner Abraham?
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes?
Aye.
Mayor Harless?
Aye. And Commissioner Abraham.
I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, an ordinance providing for the closing of a portion of Dave Drive, Green Street between 1616 and 1700 Urban Cobb Drive, north of Chamberlain Avenue, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents relating to same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. That the City of Paducah hereby authorizes the closing of a portion of Dave's Drive, also known as Green Street, and authorizes the mayor to execute all documents necessary to complete the transfer of property to the property owners in or abutting the public ways to be closed.
Second.
Any comment? Questions? All right. Call roll, please.
Commissioner Abraham?
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes?
Aye.
Mayor Harless?
Aye. And Commissioner Rhodes.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance approving the final report of the Paducah Planning Commission on the proposed zone change from R1 low-density residential zone to HBD Highway Business District for property located at 5310 Harris Road, 5201 and 5325 Hinkville Road, 5450 Old Hinkville Road, 2705 Olivet Church Road, and other properties as described in Ordinance 2018-7-8540. This ordinance is summarized as follows. Rezone property located at 5310 Harris Road, 5201, 5325 Hinkville Road, 5450 Old Hinkville Road, 2705 Olivet Church Road, and other properties as described in Ordinance 2018-7-8540 from R1 low-density residential zone to HBD Highway Business District, and amend the Paducah zoning ordinance to affect such rezoning.
Second.
Does anyone have any questions about this? We can bring Tamara up if so. I think this is just business as usual, continuing on with our work on Highway 60.
That's right.
Yeah,
69 acres.
part of the Menards development. Great. We're thankful to have them
Yeah.
in the city, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Commissioner Abraham.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance extending the boundary of the City of Paducah, Kentucky by finalizing the annexation of certain properties lying adjacent to the corporate limits of the City of Paducah and defining accurately the boundary of said properties to be included within the said corporate limits. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah hereby approves the final annexation of certain tracts of property contiguous to the present city limits located at 5310 Harris Road, 5201 and 5325 Hinkville Road, 5450 Old Hinkville Road, 2705 Olivet Church Road, and other properties and as described in Ordinance number 2018-7-8540 and containing approximately 69.83 acres of land, more or less.
Second.
Now I can officially welcome them into the city. Excellent. All right. Commissioner Rhodes.
Okay. I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance accepting the base bid of Everard Strang Construction Incorporated for the Pat and Jim Brockenborough Rotary Health Park spray ground and restroom facility construction, and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for the same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah hereby authorizes the mayor to execute a contract with Everard Strang Construction in the amount of $515,000 for construction of a spray ground and restroom facility at the Pat and Jim Brockenborough Rotary Health Park.
Second.
Mayor,
Hello.
Commissioner. This is a great bid that we received. We had two qualified bidders, Everard Strang and Wilkins Construction, and there was about a $10,000 difference between the two. We're very excited to get this ground broken and going on this park, on this part of the park, and this will also include the restroom building that's going in as well. So
Great. Are they going to be doing construction during the winter? Is that the plan?
that is, it's a 5-month contract.
Okay.
So they'll get as much as they can. It's mostly concrete work, so if they can get as much of that done during that period, we'll be going.
We'll turn the water on. in the spring?
There's
In the
even
summer?
a provision in the contract that we'll be able to use the restrooms if they get those completed
great.
in separate time, even if they get it done before the spray ground is done.
Very nice.
Very nice. Excellent. And thank you to the Brocken Boroughs again, with all of our hearts. All right, next up, Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just have one thing. Just want to give compliments to the duty crews that all participated in the barbecue in the river. That was fantastic. That was my first one, of course. I was just blown away by the size of the event. And give also some praise to the event organizer as well. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. I'll start our comments off tonight with some exciting news. I wasn't able to make it to the Governor's Community Forum today. Did you get to go?
I did not.
Oh, okay. And Commissioner Rhodes, did you make it? So they made an announcement that we have received, the fiscal court will be receiving the $100,000 grant that we applied for to do the bridge between the Greenway Trail and the walking path over in the county. So we
Good.
will extend our opportunities for walking about 1.5 miles. And go into the county. So it's a really good, I think it's kind of a good symbolic bridge between us and the county.
Yes.
And Judge Leeper was very passionate about getting this done before he left in December. So we're looking forward to getting that started. So good news.
Good news.
Absolutely. Anyone else have anything they'd like to?
Yeah, I just want to just comment a couple real quick on this past week, the meeting we had with Commissioner Irwin regarding Keaton Correctional. Found out a lot of things. Found out that there wasn't a lot going on there, but that's going to change come I think starting in November. They're going to roll some programs out, some programs that's been proven to help those guys that are in the halfway house transition back into society with more of a self-awareness than they went in with. That's a good thing. However, that hasn't happened yet. That's going to, and I like to think that the City of Paducah kind of helped them get some of that stuff off the shelf to get into not only Keaton Correctional, but some across the state. He let us know. He informed us of that. Now, in the meantime, should we? Somebody asked me the other day, should we rescind our emergency ordinance requiring Keaton Correctional for certain things? No, absolutely not. We remain vigilant for our own safety, for our own guys. I think that's in order. Should we not hold Keaton to the letter of said emergency ordinance? Absolutely, we should, and we will. But moving forward, I really hope that those programs that Commissioner Irwin talked about is implemented so that those guys there can take advantage of those skills that folks presently are not on campus but will be. So I look forward to seeing how that works, and also looking forward to making sure that our guys are notified as soon as possible when something happens there. Just wanted to bring that up.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. All right, we have 2 comments tonight. Michael Swinford from Calvert City is here. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Come on up, sir. And tonight, guys, I'm going to limit the comment to 3 minutes. Okay, just so you know. Oop, that was loud.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I find this day filled with irony. Y'all got a day off yesterday from a slave trader and a killer.
We're off yesterday. We were not off yesterday, sir.
You didn't celebrate Columbus Day?
No, we worked.
We worked.
I stand corrected then. But anyway, Miss Hartless, I'd like you to give me one specific reason why you dislike the battle flag. I won't be offended, I assure you.
I've never said I disliked the battle flag.
Well, your actions don't say that.
I don't know what actions I've taken, sir.
Well, the resolution's action. it effectively keeps the battle flag out of the parade. I just want to know what deep inside propels you to look at that and decide you don't want any part of it or any part of the parade. I don't understand exactly why. And I would feel better if I knew why.
Well, when I was asked to make a decision about our local Veterans Day parade, I did a lot of reading about the United States and how our federal government observes Veterans Day. And I found that they too say that we're celebrating 6 flags and of the armed forces, the U.S. Armed Forces. And that's what I used to make my decision. It was not because I don't like something. It was because I needed a higher authority to give me guidance on how to make that decision for our local government. And I think it was, in my opinion, a wise decision to use the federal government as the guidepost for that decision.
Would it be fair to say that a lot of people dislike the flag because atrocities were committed under the shadow of that flag?
I do know that some people have that opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. But be that as it may, I notice you have a flag over our Chief Paducah. How many thousands of Native Americans were wiped out by that Stars and Stripes? And yet I don't see anybody going down and keeping it out of the parade. Do you know where Pinkville is?
I do not.
Pinkville is in Quang Nam Province in the Republic of South Vietnam, which doesn't exist anymore. On a hot summer day, between 400 and 500 innocent people were killed, including men, women, children, and babies. Some of them were skinned alive. Who did it? That flag. That flag drips with blood.
Yeah.
And the red drips with blood. So if you ban one flag because of the shadow of the atrocity, then I think you ought to look closely at banning another flag that has more atrocities than ever.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
It's been 3 minutes. Thank you for being here. Next up, we have Randy Beeler.
Starting to look like cleanup day at the museum. Half the people don't show up there either. I took your advice, Miss Harless, except I didn't write letters. But I did go to the veterans to find out exactly what went on. I did find out that it was voted on the year before us being in the parade, and it was unanimous we stayed in the parade. The following year, it was voted down 5-3. 5 against us, 3 for us. 2 veterans sitting there, I won't go into detail because I can't do it in 3 minutes, said they were lied to. They immediately drafted a letter, and they give it to everyone, including here. I don't know who got it. And they stated they would like to rescind their signature and go the other direction, which would be 5-3, which would be in our direction. If they honored what these veterans said, we're in the parade. Now, we know that's not going to happen. Also, I had to go back and look because, you know, I talk off the cuff. I don't write. Me and you were having a conversation about what I was willing to give, and when I went back and looked, Miss Harless, I gave everything. I said, you rescind this resolution and will not ask to be in your parade. I don't know how much further we can go other than paying you not to be in the parade. And I will say, Mr. Arndt, I was a little hurt with your interview when you said that this resolution would not be rescinded. We feel like we're in an ongoing conversation with y'all. And if you don't mind, could I give y'all this letter?
Sure.
Thank you. Now y'all have it. And I guess here's a couple for the 2 that's missing. Or if this young lady wants one. I'm going to use the remainder of my time to read this letter. It said a copy of this letter was presented to the Veterans Day Committee by Jerry Thompson on behalf because of my absence at the meeting held on Wednesday, September the 6th. Evidently, it fell on deaf ears. Let me begin by saying the Parks and Recreation Director and event staff do a good job of coordinating and holding events for the City of Paducah. Having said that, there needs to be a clarification as to the Veterans Day Committee issue pertaining to the resolution that will not allow, in particular, the Sons of Confederate Veterans in this year's Veteran Day Parade. All facts were not presented to the committee prior to signing the petition. Therefore, this member, based on information or lack of given to me, I made a hasty decision to sign the petition allowing the Paducah City Commission to adopt and go forward with this resolution. The Veterans Day Committee not only signed a petition, they did not draw up or adopt the resolution. That has been publicized in the past few days. I recant my signature from the petition. Jerry Thompson and myself have met with Mr. Kane face-to-face with other members of the committee and have failed to do so for whatever reason to explain our feelings on this issue at this point. It is a shame that this issue was ever addressed at all. Veterans Day is to honor and thank all veterans of all ethnic origins and all wars. I feel it would be wise and in the best interest of the Veterans Day Committee and the Paducah City Commission to reconsider this resolution adopted. Yours in patriotism, Bill Fletcher.
Thank you,
Now,
sir.
if you all accept that-
321, Randy.
Huh?
You're at 321.
I'm at 321? That's where I grew up at.
Well, that's good, but I told you you had 3 minutes, so thank you
Okay,
for being
that
here
was
tonight.
quick.
I really
They
appreciate
don't do
it.
that when they take my taxes out.
I've let
Okay,
you speak
I'm good.
over and over and over again
good.
for the last year. Probably.
We're gonna go as long as
So,
it takes.
well, thank you for being here. We don't have an executive session.
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay. All right, and with that, I will make a motion to adjourn.